Fáilte Arás go how to Gael. We have teamed up with Fáilte Ireland to help you keep discovering everything our gorgeous island has to offer.
And Ish Gael on Saura Builtiling, there's no better time to get planning your short break. Teichig, discoverireland.ie for ideas that'll get you and your friends planning your next big adventure. Tamarala Tashachan to Spragala Dullatastal.
Oh, as Doireann would say herself. Now, Mozzarella Gael on Schlian Atlantic Ion oidhreacht. How about a visit to the Ackle Experience in Chuntevrio? Part aquarium, gals, part history hub if you don't mind. Or you can head to Carnog Veva in Schligach for myths and watching the world go by.
Or if it's a trip east that is on your list, then Yartla Feckal in Ireland's ancient east. Wander through the Marina Market in Cork City, grab a bite, support local makers. Newmas Doireann on Cairns Creepathagut. Why not walk the ancient path of St. Declan's Way?
Here trust boher Ella Tammy Dulla Shul Shlee Naev Declan Akali Nadarudagi Gwil Kushlan Valihline Aguntandami and Chomakiana, where history meets pop culture. It is also the location for the Traitors Ireland.
Whoa.
Fun little fact. New, you can make your way up the Sea Loud Trail for scenic food stops all along the coast.
Yum, yum, yum. Decalicious. Now, Colleen, not grave our dross, good gree all to kilt and hair and good even gals, wasn't it?
Yeah.
It really was.
Bob.
On Quidis Farlum was, just in quality time on Turgun Kayla and Moher Kayla.
Oh my God.
Like butter wouldn't melt.
I know. Speaking of butter, on Rudis Far Lumsa, Yennemer, not on wrong bacala. I haven't stopped making soda bread since. It's a real problem.
Oh my God,
Yeah.
I sampled it. It's good. You're getting good now, girl.
Yeah, the cocktail.
Well, Joanne and Rud Abansa Lumsa, I have to say, was discovering a new skill that I am actually a very proficient zipliner.
Well, you are, because the froze new come to come
Go
on.
on.
1, 2 zip of you.
Love
Oh.
it. Absolutely. So what are you waiting for? Plan your short break at discoverireland.ie and keep discovering the stories, surprises and soul of Ireland.
Sinead go dtíreach Síomha agus they're in Quinniger of Vegach Triocht in Éireann.
Whoa.
Oh!
There is nothing like an Irish summer, Colleen, the féin cheoil and the barbecues.
My favourite, na piant spontaneach le corda nig na hibre.
Credit to us. We are good for that and for making the most on the longer days, because we all know this weather is prone to change.
But sure, every day is a lovely day for a Guinness.
I know, law bra or fag Guinness, Saula Guinness Shea Colleen, a lovely smooth creamy pint, taking it all in at a festival.
Oh, Colleen, I feel like we're going to make such unreal memories this summer. And sure, with the Guinness in your hand, nothing can go wrong. Sitting around chatting with friends, I cannot wait.
Rain or shine this summer, ag féin cheoil, Savala Nusafob, every day is a lovely day for a Guinness. Now, like a card.
But be sure to get the facts and drink aware. You can visit drinkaware.ie.
Steve agus Potter over Ashkity, how to Gael. Loves to Doireann.
Loves Louise.
Agus lumps to Síomha. Come as Tom with gals.
Tommy
Come with your
Donovan.
house. Síomha, can we take a moment now? Been through the ride I Goni Akinov on makeup and steel gachrod. Gal, are you just off the telly?
Yes, I Tamigiri Kesh to Curve gals on Fredlin Taffet Dehina Gok Shock na Mock Shaw Marvians on Beat Daintha Agus on Gruig Daintha Gum on Telefeash Armagin. So this is definitely my preference. I'm putting you to shame. It feels great.
There you go. If you miss your Raleigh, needs Luha Louise. She's on the naughty step there now. There we go. We'll have to put her in there. Síomha Donna out on the naughty step now.
We're not discussing Styragate Hilla. It's still a Wi-Fi issue, okay? Like, ní cór go actually show Thorlunt in Fefe Cuig, but first world problems. So just enjoy my runner, okay?
Listen.
My beige runner.
Two beautiful sights, your beige runner and your beautiful hair and makeup. There you go now.
Now, do you want to see another site, okay?
Go on, show us.
For me, na boxer shorts, all right?
Egg Club.
But near Higme, right? Cool sheet umlan Treyarcha. Okay, they're more of a beach cover-up near Higme Shaw. I'm going to blur this out now, Sanishan. I was walking around Liffey Valley like this. Okay, Colleen, was you afraid?
Yes, let the hull.
Oh, Síomha.
Well, Era lied.
They're not that.
Yeah, okay. Yeah. Can I just say, how many times in the last 2 years this podcast has Síomha stood up and showed us her arse?
I know.
Either on the podcast or live. It's her party piece. You fucking love doing it. Do you know what I mean? Tell me you have great arse, they're telling me like, sit down.
I know.
Oh my gosh.
Oh my God. They look like, Síomha, what material are they?
It's like a beach cover-up, like, you know.
Okay.
Here we go again. Costume.
That's my
So
fun.
watch this. OnlyFans, like, is it?
Well, if only a beta or Patreon,
Beta or Patreon.
I'll put the unedited, the unblurred version or Patreon. You know,
Let
you're
the
right.
whole
I
time,
never.
like, we need to give a trigger warning for the Fidelmas as well. Let
Yeah.
No, I'll flourish than war football. I just never realised that I really do have a penchant for showing my hole.
You love
it. Go for it, girl. Come here. We haven't had an arse update from you for a while anyway. You might as well update us. Cunas Martasha.
Níl ein úsgáthú agam gals. It's fós. It's a lump and it's tá sé ann Doraclum that it might go down in a year. Tá mud a tacht, tá mud dridum leis an mlíana inis and níl ein voga. So
Well, listen.
I find it dapper to look at you say that so like somber. After you just twisting around and twerking into the camera there, like I'd say Gwil to Carclor like Gwil Pauline Bilga the Honagut.
like it's functional, you know? It's
functional.
Oh, sorry, Broner. It's functioning, okay? It's a functioning arse, but in terms of form, data glash Venice far, okay?
Okay. Well, listen. If you decide you want to go to Turkey to get that sorted out, let me know, because I've been trying to go for Pléann. I'd love to buy a good Persian rug, so I'm only looking for an excuse, you know. I might get I might get something done myself, maybe set of veneers or something. Maybe they do us a deal. You never know.
Okay, BBL. You find the veneers. Louise, what do you have?
What would I get done?
I'd love to see you with massive tits.
Would you? Really? Get the boobs done, will I?
Yeah. Well, just for the crack, like. I'm not a dull heart. We're just going for a little jaunt.
Do you know what I'd love now? Sorry, we might have to cut this out because who knows, God knows who I'm fucking insulting saying this. I'd love to get trap tox, where you get your trap muscles Botoxed to make them like more slender. I'd get trap tox.
Wow. So Stassi Schroeder of the Vanderpump Rules from my Bravo girlies find Botox on Shaw August cool of Winnell Coma August Darren she go nennen she on Winnell niece Fuida. I don't know why you'd want your Winnell to look niece Fuida. Like I've never looked at someone gone their neck's too short. Like Louise, you have a big long neck, Reno.
But do you know what tall gum ton of traps more gum? Yeah, look, listen, you said in my dream trip to Turkey, what would I get done? I'd get an old dart. Here. Stunning. Off we go.
Stunning.
I hate go bhfuil sé toxús le rudí nua go bhfuil kind of a self-conscious fós.
I know, but look, what would be occupying our time if we weren't crippling ourselves with self-doubt and, you know, intrusive thoughts?
Just, you know, social action and activism.
Yeah, absolutely. Rebelling against the fucking capitalist system that keeps us all repressed. Sure, look. Wouldn't that be a fine thing? Colini, tá roind co-raggers taka isteach ó fud chruile na seachtainna shikata. Catch us up, please.
Absolutely. So, hold on till I minimise Doireann here. For some reason, you're all I can see, but it's a great view.
Lucky you.
Somebody says, Louise, on last week's How to Road Trip episode, Síomha shared her truth that her parents owned multiple Fiat multiplas. Geez, say that fast 3 times. Multiple Fiat multiplas for her road trips growing up. And Saucy Roll on TikTok said, I often wondered who was brave enough to buy one of those. Fair play to the Tishti. Well, they were brave, weren't they? I mean, what a cat looking girl.
Pioneers.
Ní raibh mháam, I don't think, Rohás there chuig she an clip Bernie Man Hoshield, and she was like, but we loved those cars. So Síomha leiscéil poibli go mháthir.
Also, Jason Orr is having his say. He wants to let us know whose road trip he thought was the best. He said he took a mixed and matched approach to the road trip, and he says Mavota goes Doireann's road trip plan, Le Louise road trip guests. So going on Doireann's barge trip, but with my guests, August Shiva's Fiat Multipla. Oh, he's going on the road trip in your Fiat Multipla, which I do have respect for. I suppose, wouldn't it be nice to be sat at the front yourself, Siobhan and McSweeney and Dolores all up the front?
I mean, look, stranger things have happened.
And good news as well for the muintire Rourke. Apparently, Síomha, you can let your parents know the Fiat Multipla is coming back in 2026, but it won't look as gorgeous as the first one did. But they might have their heads turned and they might be
interested.
You
know what? Níl mé chunaráló achar mágat. And then on Shock River Shin Rinmer episode How to Fake Tan, August V Connor a Dagval saying that he loved the How to Fake Tan ep and then said he'd love a book episode. Well, Connor, August Gachtan Ella Thon Taliv by Minajanav episode on Shocktan Shahugan Spraika Eg Lauer Edna O'Brien The Country Girls, new The Country Girl trilogy. It's Nismo and Kate Lauer non Gachtan Ella Igad. So if you want to get involved, get a copy fáiceann ó Lerlin agus nó ní gá éléh, it's not a necessity, but ceróg sé leis mar go dtigí tú rubbeog níos mó on tábhar bhaith off lé goin. So you can start reading now and join along in episode na Seachtain Seogan.
Yes, and actually our Spotify, the BBC, and she'd like a radio drama version, the Country Girls Hamas Vader Aisha or Spotify, which is grass. If you are an yes. Okay, Louise, you were not papped as such, but you were spotted by a passerby. Agus vi siad the Chiappa Grevna Jorts absolutely heaving. So there you go. Hannigan scale sin isteach ó Niamh. So fair play to you, Niamh.
Gal Tom Shahesha living in the Jorts.
Okay.
Living. No, living. Agus she their deal for Laura and Brent Thomas in Levi's for anyone
Agus
interested.
Sorry,
There
can
you
I
go.
ask, you know Curtis Green graffineered than a jorts and you had a big purple dick.
Yes. Shiva, sorry, me think I was like being orty, putting up this little photo of me by a mural in Chicago. Shiva writes back being like, girl, you just look like you've a massive purple dick. And not Grevan Kiartagot. What about placement?
Agus ragger more and then you were Ryan to in DM, ragger more and then you gain to them.
Oh my God, Dragger fucking got in our Instagram mate. They were all like, loads of laughing. But the worst thing was I was kind of stood with my hand on my hip. So it looked as if I was pushing the dick out. Do you know what I mean? I thought I was standing pure cool and yeah.
Big
dick energy. Big dick energy of you.
Colleen, bet you're delighted le Clusker Hannig Anachad messages isteach chama meallar scale and ambush and new outlook, which is great. Yeah, so listen, we're delighted meallar shin. But it's brawling na Taggerty all web and Tamer Fad, so please do not be shy. We love hearing from you all the time. Send us messages on Spotify or Apple Podcasts, wherever you listen. Our emails is open, like howtogail@gmail.com. Send us an LDM, you know. Orna, Murmeg, Dinneginger, Hernashchut, Beg, Orna, Hernashchut, and we love to hear your scale.
And there now we Tom our Patreon, Kernwood episode Brescia Mock Gok Deradine our Patreon on Shot Shaw, Tom to play Glegana O Hishmahori, Tom to play Talked on Taurig, August Nerudiger Core a Curlin on Taurig, and we also have a very deep discussion Motherle Gruig na Hoskala. Spoiler, it's not just Mia Hilla, okay? That's all I'll say. Bart H le Patreon na Seachtaine le Tida Alter Shin. But we are on Patreon. We have 3 different tiers, but Moss mean not just H le episode of Wine le Shane. You can pay €3 for an episode on its own. So be in our Patreon and do it through the Patreon website, not through Apple. Not Eek Apple, ain't fresh arrogant.
Yeah. Fuck Apple, fuck
I tell you
that.
what, I'd pay for the pits any day, girls.
You know?
I'd pay
No.
for the pits. Now, Marina Shin Tomwid in full video choma on Tachten Show. So Mas Maliv, Ryerk, all in the Hone Shiva Eshkent. Come along and see it. She gets up and models the arse. Darren, do you want to show us anything over there?
No, I've nothing to show. I don't think I'm not in the best shape at the minute because all to be revealed. Our trade topic na Seachtaine is revealed, but no, I'm all good here now, sitting where I am. I'm a hone look.
You can see her on her little Stolien blog and then come and join us and see what it's all about.
There you go. Oh my God, I feel like I've just been, I don't know. See what it's all about. We need to hear
That was ASMR, was it?
That's it. That's kind of your like broadcasting authority video or speak. You know, here's an ad.
Yeah, that's how I always do my ads. Very sexy.
No, there you go. Well, okay. Chorda, topping the Seachtaine. Okie doke. Topic na Seachtaine Chorda, inspired by my recent return from Sculsari Willie Clancy, is how to do ceoil tradiisiúnta or traditional music.
Woo!
And I cannot believe we've gotten in this far without me touching on this or like getting deep into this. Rudatá shocking.
Yeah.
But first things first, Vima ar Liffey Valley ó Chuntantlár ar Modern. I'm literally just in the door from the Willy Week. And I said, John, a little short in the road for me now. I was going through my podcast. I said, Éistoma le Patreon na Seachtaine. And I nearly fucking crashed the car when Shiva made the big reveal that you've gone to the Willie Clancy Week like several times. Fís gom Gertrude or one, but I didn't know that like you had gone as a thing.
No, it's no Savia Gwen August like I'd say only grab my bitter like Covlin Deg Dish, Goody Garev me like Creek na Aaron Mianskul, you know? So it was Lilin. No, dúirt mé seo leat Hannah, definitely, like, drastamar na rangana gach blian, cúmar gotí na recitals, sa holla I lór an bhaile. Yeah, no, it was like a core week, like one of the core weeks of our saoire gach in blian.
But like so on Tuiscin to Figum Sarah show was like gur chlutig di Willie Clancy couple about that. Bader,
No.
you know, around like 13, 14. But that's wild that I never saw you down there then. Because
Well, now, mar bheoch I'd say Anna Yiffer, Sakai Don, a Vimer Igshenham. And also, we kind of kept to ourselves rudbiog, like, actually, Viek Mudagoniak Phonics na Tihe, sa kind of Istá Tihiok, the Dear Trasna Voher on Armada.
Oh, yeah.
So, like, thought it's
Yeah.
Tihiok, the Tihe Sira. So, Viok Talk, was it Viok, I don't know, was it Talk a Boy New Gahiok, Ider Mishok, as McCall Caracas, Kirkig.
Okay.
And so, we kind of skedlog at Hain, like, Ni Raumer really Aaron Malia more on Mariella and Isha Via Marega.
Yeah.
So, it was kind of ignorang ar modern arash con clockta and then Bader session and Iha Shin agus recital. But Ni Raumer, I don't think co humha so fubble, I'd say, is if he tussa.
yeah, okay, Simul. And sorry, I also need to go to, like, were you ever taught by any of my relations to Skull na Fiddler? Like, who taught you? Because I would have known, or, you know.
So Blian Wine, oh god, ni queen on the moon here fought V Kieran Agam Blian Wine.
Kieran O'Mainig, yeah.
Yes, yeah, V Kieran O'Mainig Agam Blian Wine. Oh god, I actually don't know. Okay, he'd in the moon tree. Oh, I had Martin O'Connor Blian Wine.
Martin O'Connor?
No, is that not the fiddler?
Martin Hayes?
No, I did not have Martin Hayes. He was like a god to us. If we ever saw him, we were like, oh,
Yeah.
we saw Martin Hayes. Eshnog and Zoe Conway, they were the celebs doing agus mo down. But no, what was his name then? It was something O'Connor.
Liam O'Connor.
There you go. Yeah, Liam O'Connor
yeah,
come
the
on.
fucking
Yeah, but I
goat.
don't know if our Ravein Gael agam ditch now.
Yeah, Ravein the Mughal because be mo uncle Mahar and stuff Moona and Foon Musha and Blian, but Neil May Moona anymore because it's my holiday week.
And don't we fucking know it. Vici Leighente Sira and Shocklin Chicata Corda.
Lads, I'm fucking hemorrhaging followers on Instagram. It's hilarious. And like, obviously, because all I'm doing is putting up videos of me or my friends horrifically drunk. I've done nothing else. Akshin le star
No.
by Drasha.
Tommy couldn't like mulla a whining out of, I'd say on Coosh Gur Kyle Lantori, it's not Mariella or Noel, new the Corda, it's the cigs and the vaping.
Yeah.
Oh yeah. There's a lot of things.
Ní Mahladini Shina Eshkent er
Yeah.
Instagram. I mean, like, live a little, but Ní Mahladini Shina Eshkent, you know?
Yeah, no, thank
On
you.
that note, I have to say I've been a Buintana Hoopos. I'm living vicariously through you. And I've not been back west Libliente. My
Yeah.
girls, you know, my only memory of Willie Clancy week, right, was Misha Gubber spinning in Spin South West Gunam. And we used to go sheer, go and you'd do these spin arounds. It was only to like tick a box activity, right? And you'd get like little vox pops Ladini of Ian. And it was such like, what are you doing? Who are you here with? All this kind of stuff that you'd feed back to the radio. Like Clare FM would be there. And then the big one for us used to be randomly that you'd stand at the door of the Claremont nightclub in Lynch for people who went clubbing that night, and you'd take little pictures. It was awful, a terrible experience of Willie Week.
We lived in total different universes.
Totally.
Like, honestly, hilarious.
Yeah.
But anyway, I digress. So I think we'll call our gachtana, or ta call like our Willie Week or fud in the tier. Ta ahne gachtana our on anem agus, you know, fe kermach the high second to co our in Vela Cheoil. But and I also think when you think about it, like most families in Éire have a couple of fucking, you know, an electrician, an uncle or an aunt or a cousin or someone who like throw out a tune on a fiddle or a tin whistle or a concertina or something, you know.
I'm going to be controversial. Better not controversial, but tá roint, tá anna gom Sarah Heilig nach will ein vwint, ein nas gacu, leis an geol tradiisiúnta, nach mio clustacu reeve fwy Willie Week. You know, agus Misha Fosney. Oh, absolutely. Anna quit them recorded, they were like, they were like near Higsha. So I think it's just, again, different universes, you know?
Yeah.
Different universes, yeah.
Agus Sean Carrot got, vi Misha Clarence for in radio and talked and show, and the amount of texts when I said Willie Week being like, take your mind out of the gutter. So actually people, you need Venus, the Gadini know.
Yeah.
Okay, well,
which is mental.
Yeah,
but
it is mental because a Bader in that kind of enclave of Cork, Clare, or sorry, Clare, Galway, Cuigam, or whatever. But anyway, they should probably deferral and in the tira. But yeah, it was we had a wild time. But you know what, on just leis an obair im líana degan á bhenga mó a cabh bhadní smó ama hís féin dua, but just leis an obair im líana tá treis bheith sa chathair like nach mór le bliana nuas gan mór an taise líana féin dua, but cha mé deir seachtainna bhí mé an colahéal ar feig féile, and then bhí mé ag flá mé lá an na slua de down the gatafad, and then bhí mé an tachtain in ear and chlár. I was like, it's actually gas. You like, obviously I know this like on pobl show, you know, this community, this life cha mé annach chodama in ear na tíre mé hain, like bhí mé coní an ar feig blianta. But when you're in Dublin for a long time, and then I went back into that and I was like, geez, you kind of forget like what's going on. It's really easy to get caught up in like, you know, all these social movements and protests gachar the mile clia, and then like turn to ama like gná pobl na hairan, and you're like, we're so like, you do get caught up in that whole Dublin thing. Yeah. And I was like, and it's mad, even when you're aware of it, I was like, catch myself being like, fuck, like I have not spent enough time in Ireland lately. Sorry, Carlini, I had to change location on some because I had some interruptions. Go leis scales, city. But anyway,
okay, on a bhisteach small me.
There you go, I'm saying nothing. Okay, so to make Giri follow-mach me ver dahi leis an ceoil tradiisiúnta, I want to know, Síomha, I want to know your dark history with fiddle. Louise, I want to know why Niamh was the box player and you never got any chance.
I've got it. I'll tell you all about it. Go to Sarah do so Síomha. Scale on it, take Síomha.
So is tógad níor actually hosaí me sig sinnim ceoil tradiisiúnta. Nu, like obviously if you were éiste leis a gcóí ó ís anna óg hí na dlúiascí gcóí á sinnim ag mam, but rinne me sé ranganna ceoil clásicach sa bhailín, and then hosnímar dul go scóil Sarah Gwilly Clancy ó na bhí mé thart ar chábhlín deag díis, and bhí mo colcahar ceir fád hééis bheith ag sinnim ceoil tradiisiúnta de blianta roin, and ní raibh an taithí againn de bheith ag piocasús ceoil just ar an glús amháin, bhí mar daithí ar ceoil a léamh. So I think it was just rubbeag ro dhéanach for me hana féin I daithí ar ceoil a léamh, and glach sé I never really took goodie on kind of piocasús to ceoil ar an glús, so sin kind of like is cúis off eile sin dumsa. I wish I'd started earlier because I would have had the kind of I don't know, notes of, you know, ag éisteach le ceoil, ag éisteach le tunes agus á beocasús. So
yeah,
so yeah, and just I had started one way and it was Dakar puer and Shliella, so there really hadn't lum, but for air I just think her husband may rubbiog royenak Shin and Kush. I don't think that I really took to it as I would have liked to. Yeah. Do you know, here's a hot take of being in chorá show going a minute, because obviously like tá caidan the fiddleireacht there for the tier fucking unbelievable. Like it's very hard to be a bad fiddle player now, or to meet a bad fiddle player. Like they're all unreal gachtainna, like daoine óga tachtainís, but they're all classically trained, and then being she didn't even ceoil tradiisiúnta. I only think there's two fiddle players in the whole country that can do both well. I think you're either one or the other. One or the other, and I only know two people in the country that can play classical music, and you listen to it and you're like, oh my god, you're a fucking unbelievable classical violinist, and then they play traditional music and it's like, oh my god, you are like, you would never think that they had any classical training, because it's like speaking with an accent. If you're French and you learn English, you always have that French twinge. So it's like if you're a traditional musician and then you go into classical, you'll always have the traditional twinge, and the classical players will be kind of like bad habits.
And on which is Mar Gaine like gach Orlish?
Well, like you're not going to be like a concertina player or a thing
like the piano. Well, I know piano wouldn't be.
No,
it's
like, no. Tasha fear. There's only a very small number of people that can do both well. Yeah.
Really?
And I'm guessing Neil tú chuní de anam nu ar an bud creile an bhirt tá
I have no bother saying it. They're two of my big heroes. Liam O'Connor, he's a fucking phenomenal violinist.
Sorry, Ear Vúntor, the muckwid, can we just say?
Yeah, a big hero themselves. Aoife Vrian, she's like a prodigy. Yeah, she's a prodigy. She like studied over in German, like she doireacht she to span quotas na transcriptions. Sorry, that's not like to say, oh my god, everybody else is absolutely, of course, like the standard of musicianship is unbelievable. But just to my mind, they're two people. But you see, the thing about it is they were reared in houses where it was like they would have been straight off the tit onto the fiddle, like, do you know what I mean? So it would have been that, and then like further, like, or
I know
they're proteges. They're both like incredibly talented proteges, but that's just my opinion.
Yeah. But we thought Mar Gaine like off the tit onto the fiddle.
Yeah, but I never did any classical training.
Yeah, okay,
I never did any classical training. But like on Tleagraf sé in Ardig, like I got my first fiddle the day my sister was born, and it was like the big things to take. Yeah, and it's our kind of shleile, communicating or whatever like but it's we were never allowed any other. I wanted to be a concertina player, but I wasn't allowed. Like we were never allowed any other instrument except for the fiddle in Ardig.
Wow,
really? Yeah. So see the way like Shiva's family's all singing and dancing, and they'd have the pianos going on the side.
Yeah.
Oh no.
Fiddles a wand.
No. Fiddles a wand. Bit of Shannos.
Do you thought you should go hauling though? Because I think go gillian sé sin like go will and fiddle co tábhachtach sin. It's like almost like a legacy. You have to carry it on. Marielle is will say like your birthright nor they can.
No, totally. Well, it was that was a big thing in our dig. Like my grandfather taught my father taught me, if I have children, I will teach them.
Yeah.
But like near Maria ever wrong in the for a malta or anything, it was always, and like we'd be at home begging, being like, oh, will you teach me another tune? Will you teach me another tune? But we were it was a way of life. It's not like it wasn't like a hobby. It was like it was a way of life. Like, but anyway, Síomha or Louise in a shring mealler da hahi.
An aid thought I just wish so much I came out of the womb and onto some form of an instrument or anything, even if they threw an out tune on it. Anyway, the tone deafness thing. It's funny in our take ni rev more on cheoil at all. Mom went to the musical, Dad not at all, but randomly in Tig Dad, right, Mohin Chan Vaugher was a woman. It's this drive you mad, I can't remember her name. She was a lucid woman, right? Lucid was the surname, not that she was lucid in her being, and she was meant to be a real fierce kind of matriarch, right, woman. She moved into a house where she'd married into, and she kind of nursed all of the people in the house that went before her. So she nursed her own parents, the in-laws, the outlaws, the whole shebang. It was kind of always a house that was full of characters and crazies, right? And she was a lucid woman that married a Canton, I suppose. No, that would have been my grandmother. My grandmother was lucid. So it was her mother. And she played the box. She was a button accordion player, right? And apparently she was an awful witch. Like, she used to give out to everyone Vishiana Cantalach, but she'd whip out the box from time to time and she'd demand an audience to sit and watch her play a few tunes. And I
wonder where you got it from, Louise.
Listen, here you go. So that box then was like passed on whenever she died. That landed in Mohian Vaugher, Tig Mohian Vaugher, and it was given to Niamh randomly one Christmas as kind of like, go away and see what you can do with this. So anyway, tá cheoil like Niamh because she bran down on Bosca Shedham, but she hasn't for years. Like, she was going to Rang and Tradishunta in Templeglanton, of all places. Vi lad down at Templeglanton. Willie. Yeah, Willie, that Willie again, yeah. And sure, it was all about the box. And she used to get great crack, like you'd roll Niamh out again, oh God, and she'd do the old blackbird or whatever she had. And that was untain cheoil a bhí good. She kind of represented us all. Vi Misha, I was in the sporty category, so just Vi Misha Gimmert agus Jane of sport, Quilla lost a shachtin. So I never even tried. Didn't even go to a lesson. Did a bit of Fadog Ston, Savunskal. Confidence knocked from the beginning. They didn't pick me to play at the communion mass. That was it. Gave it up.
Never got over.
I'd have a small bit of the Kerry Polka. BD, ED.
I think what you should not more gach dara than a satir. So not to shit on your Kerry Polka.
You've done it. You've shot.
It would have suited you down to the ground though, Louise, because like Nervy Merlin we so again, anytime we go into an aunt's and uncle's house or my granny's, like you'd have to do performance and like let them know how you're getting on, and you know, if you were playing well they'd give you a $5 or something. So like for you now to go in and demand attention like that would have been suited you down to the ground now. Too busy doing the fucking splits.
Well, too busy splits. And I used to try, of course I'd shoehorn myself into any old Tashpontis that was going on. But if Niamh was asked to play the music, God, don't you know I'd be up saying I'll either do backing dancing or I'll introduce her or Web Bacon. So if you made more quid than show, you know, in some way, shape or form.
And I think actually the Shinehook Louise Earlish, I think on Fado Stan new on Fado War.
Yeah, agree.
I don't know. I'd run out
really well with her long neck, Síomha, wouldn't it?
And the limbs, all the long limbs. She needs something long and skinny.
Long.
Do you think sorry, no, go on. Continue with the long and skinny. Actually, I'll hold the question.
Well, no.
No, is it genuine kesh now? No. Kesh cheoil like Merv. Okay. Don't laugh or take the piss out of this. And will she ro dénach dumsa on guitar piochas?
I mean, go for it, girl. You're never too late to do anything. Never too late to do anything.
Then you go to Kirkester and what you row you and Gael get them. No, just fucking toothflash. Do you know what I mean? Like,
but Cadena Urlish is ask, I suppose. If I was to Piox who's Urlish, I can point to Síomha.
A guitar
Probably
or
guitar.
a fan. Yeah.
Yeah.
Now what I'm really here for is I thought on Bhíonn Chicata that we were here for the great revival of Síomha New York as a fiddle player because you
Yes.
you're into Spantis.
Sorry. Éiste seo, feicir me ingana, right?
Oh, okay, go on.
Or mé cín geara mar tá fáinarm an fiddle a hinnom. Yes.
Go
Now,
on.
have I taken it out of the case yet? No. Before me na ingna dainta inné. And really tá sé ar Instagram like tá mé TikTok tá anna cuid físin na tacht níos dom tá mé idir gníomhil anna cuid ceol tradiisiúnta ar TikTok and tá mé sáháil na tunes and I'm like mé gurín ceann sinna elam, tá mé gurín ceann sinna elam. So now, is this great intentions by le feicáil a deir mé live an Chacan Hogan well sé actually tógamach as an gásagan but really thought like I feel like I don't know tá mé mohu kind of croch le déine so tá sé ar Instagram yeah.
Because two things. The first one of my advice to you would be fog and fiddle amach. I know this will kill you now because you like, but keep it out. Keep it out because it's the effort of like taking it out of the case is like, ugh. But if it's just there and if you're like walking around the kitchen making a cup of tea or something while you're waiting for the kettle to boil, play an out tune. Because then that it's not like, oh, I have to sit down and spend half an hour or whatever. Just like take it out, start off, small steps, leave it out on the kitchen table and the gubber on mala, boil the kettle. I'll do the first part of this tune, see if I remember it.
Oh my God.
Yes.
I love that.
Tá mé absolutely can show Yenov.
Yes, definitely. And secondly, if I'm actually swing of show, like, you know, because Nerd Tattoo Dull Treat and I always find retreating into my little world of the fiddle is a great form of therapy in a way because that's expressing stuff that you can't through words, you know?
Yeah, massive and like ní féilm conna a hella me héis féid in Ivana Earth, but I'm getting like a dual tone because you'll train like a train horn near atomic conna. I mean like a gone note that talks mock and I'm kind of I don't know caught a horla than a vocal chords, but it's not working for me. So conna me earlish outside. Yeah.
I'm gonna say thank God for that so I can have my sing-song tune back. Shiva that you tried to briefly rob that I've been practicing gach illa or Willem Sakor. Girls, come on, give me something anyway.
I actually meant to tell you, I forgot about this, but you know the way my dad's name is Kevin? He was actually called after Kevin Barry.
No way.
Yeah. He was named after Kevin Barry. So I actually always knew that and I forgot to say it. But anyway, there you go. The love of Kevin Barry.
Oh my God, on Féin Muintire on a Connacht of the Yad.
Yes, absolutely. He'd love it. Love it. In the Piper's Corner at some stage.
I'll roar it at him because that's all I do with it. I roar it.
Oh, he'd be doubly impressed with you, Shiva, if you took out the fiddle then and played him a tune.
Okay, Tommy can bet clock there. All right, Kevin.
He'll give you a $5.
Oh, Kevin, I'm coming, Kevin.
Janie, I'll be so jealous. I'll be sat with a little tuffet on my little tuffet looking over it.
No, you can do the splits. If you do the splits and if you do it well, he'll give you $5 or $2. All right?
Kevin, love it to us. Fechan Shaw. Imagine. I'd be willing to tear my groin for you.
There you go. Well, Bhíonn sé duine owner, Bhíonn sé duine rang in a ceol chama, so you know you can Google him there now if you want an fiddle lesson in the RA story. But show cash delegum Dave. If I was to ask you now, throw on a couple of traditional tunes, who would you like to listen to?
Oh, Shin Keshwa.
Yeah.
Like on Féin the Gloaming are raw, like
the Gloaming are
yeah.
great.
I think Curvin the Gloaming are shul.
Like I'd be Marangena, I'd be the Gloaming Cuma. I feel the Dubliners, like the Dubliners I love. I sometimes score. Well, Anna got their better Neil Cadgum Anna Raw. I'm sure I can. Ceola Sheehan, O'Brien Sheila McCalla, Agus is Ineen Barney Sheehany, Agus Toshi Heish, like drama, Agus
John Sheehan.
Is it gone on all in?
Yeah.
John Sheehan. He's a fiddler, isn't he as well?
Yeah, he's the fiddler. He's
the last remaining Dubliner Tobio.
Yes, thank you.
The OG Dubliners.
Now he's a bit controversial because he said loads of mean things. Mealler right to Macharda Arlena about the Mary Wallopers and stuff. I know.
Oh yeah.
I know.
The Mary Wallopers come on. Dubliners, Wallopers.
Yes.
I know, but I hate tradiisiúnta like Shine Tory tradiisiúnta. Like Fossanese, we'd have all the Dluyiski, like we'd have the Martin Hayes, we'd have the Kieran O'Wainigs, like Fiocach Mawam Seuss, like Dluyiski Gach Saura, Eggskull Saura, Willie Clancy, you know, and like there's Oisin from Crusheen, vi quid da, Dluyiski Agan Coma. So, but to be honest, Kaima Ra, ni Asian Lamore on Ceoil Lon Stods, Ladani.
Yeah. So, you know who I do Aishlesh that I like? I'm not going to think of his name, but Cormac, no, on Ladchin. Cormac Begley and Concertine, I have to say, I actually saw him once in Gunten Chlor. What amazing.
If you made Ashton Tafton, I'd appoint him in Tafton Shaw. He's great.
No, on Lad, Connemara, Cahill. I thought,
Carl
O'Connor.
He's deadly.
He's
oh my God.
doing all.
Doireann, sorry.
Yeah.
Tá sé
Love him. He's on my Spotify saved.
yeah tá sé car mór le se cail chama but
Siomha.
I might actually do a little playlist, like a beginner's playlist into Ceol Tradiisiúnta. I'll
Oh
do
God,
it.
the whole Doireann.
Yeah.
Sorry, honest swing of bheoh
Yeah.
muidne agus lucht éiste a heitgweil Harbh buíá sin there, and so we're going to hold you to that, okay?
Okay, I'll do two, right? Because I'll do like the beginners, the gateway drug, right?
Yeah.
I'll do the gateway drug in, and then I'll do like the hardcore stuff, Gormalam Segéisiach leis, because now I'm a little weirdo. It's Malam, you know, Aishtam she le Shan Taffet, the lads, and like I like solo playing or like duet playing. But actually, Kieran O'Mainig, Kieran O'Mainig mach album nua ar Spotify.
Really?
Yeah, agus chuis sé suas an tachtan seo. So that could be a good one. Le bheith éisiach leis.
Yeah.
You can sink your teeth into that now. Nerd tattoo
Let
like in
all.
gym and Doireachtaí seo. Working
Okay.
out to repeal the union. Fair play to
We're
you.
to be in the car and I just will text Doireann and be like, send me on some good Shanos tunes to listen to. So Kirstock like shine list to Shanos Chuma because
Okay.
she's given me loads. I guess tell him a playlist of féin. I just message her and be like, I'm in the car for the next 2 hours. Shulcum, Coupler.
Yeah, I'll do okay. I'll do 3 Spotify playlists now when I'm like in my hole of depression here, post Milltown and all the drink that I've been consuming.
Agus vapes.
August vapes. Yeah, back on the vapes. No, great. No, not great.
An féad lom sa ceiste cur there in mar nervimor ag play on agran seo a dhéanamh Luig Misha an focal trad and Dortusa no. So let the whole educate us.
Okay, yeah, we shouldn't actually catch really ma. So it's like Ceol Tradiisiúnta is a really sophisticated art form that has been honed over hundreds of years, and like we have this, and it's a post-colonial mindset going that it's like you know, not on the same playing level as European art music or classical music or whatever, but actually like tá sé ní sinne agus I móthúm níos ása ná sin, because it's all in the oral tradition and there's a real liminality, you know, associated with that. And you know, this is the music of the fairies, Hannah sé on sale Ella. So I find it very reductive when you're like trad. It's like, look, and I'm all for great art is taking something and making your own out of it. And you know, I know there's the purist slant and stuff, and I probably am a purist at heart, but like I do firmly believe in like musicians taking tunes and making their own out of it and turning it into something totally off the wall. But like it's traditional Irish music, or else it's, you know, fusion music, but trad, like really current chain fipperum. And yeah, it's a real bone of contention.
In áis tá méid dul go trad sesh. What would you say? Tá
I'm going
dul
to
go
session.
sesiún ceol.
Yeah, to my Dulga session. Like if we had come home and said trad at home now, that wouldn't have been entertained very long. Like that would have been,
now,
yeah.
On Owlig, like, is there such a thing as trad? Is trad the kind of like could you use that for like, you know, the Kerry Pogas and stuff that like American tourists would want to sit and listen to, you know? Mar I know thought like the kind of crowd pleasing stuff, and then there is the kind of like really well crafted stuff come up.
Yeah, I know. There's the paddy whackery kind of stuff that's like, like rolled out for, yeah, totally. I mean, I suppose can went into Rahan Share and dinner go to kind low, but like I would tell you now, all the musicians that I admire, if I told them like I'm playing trad, they'd be like, what the fuck?
Yeah.
If they heard me say trad, they'd be like, Doireann, what are you talking about? And it is all like, it's a genre of, I don't know, how do you put art into one box? I don't know, but Chléing paddy whackery are kind of stuff shouldn't go to a finder. But that's also like, that's not shitting on, look, call it whatever you want, you know, call it whatever you want.
Absolutely, yeah.
But I caiimiise orinthe bheith cuairmach, because I can be very militant meallar and tábhar seo, and you know, really.
But it's not sin.
Yeah.
Like Passion Tormi Lodra na Ruddy Shaw, like Kintu go land for kind of Nanosana Tavok Duka Araig, you know?
Yeah. And also,
Validating, Shiva. I
thanks
love
be to
it.
God, the trad purists, traditional Irish music purists, will now hang out with me, mar beg me gúsáid on folklore ceart.
Yeah, there you go.
Win-win.
There you go. Win-win. I know there is Rudawan Ella that I must bring you to this now. Rimish, like, I know Doireann Bliana. Ag na Flanakill, looks like na Failtikill, what they do is they have this thing called a trad disco. Okay?
A traditional Irish music disco?
It's a traditional Irish music disco. And they
Come on, let's go.
yeah. A traditional Irish music is they call it like a trisco, actually, like a
very good.
trisco. So like they'll have it at the Féilte Cheoil and they'd have fucking people bouncing off the wall and like into Noel Hill Tunnel and it's jigs and reels and it's all like in a nightclub and people are out dancing and it's fucking I'd love to bring each one of them just to show you, and they're always off the wall crack. Now we're probably too old for it now, but go on.
But is it kind of cosú leis an oireachtas? You know, like being to ag dausa go ceol tradiisiúnta ag an oireachtas cosú go to a globíthe.
Yeah, actually, thank you, Arthur Fadaga. Tá sé cosúla sin.
Except like you fucking deadly. Honestly.
Yeah.
And gach blian glacham fi sean de and gach blian fine on irrich and dini raw. Cared a shaw, call will to, you know? Where the goffin like took a fucking deadlier. And I'm like, it's a closed club, sweetheart.
Yeah.
An féidir am ceistháin chur. You know, ag a lá dó ag ma bhanis bhí super céala ag sement agus déanaan siad like shenan siad pop cheoil but traditional Irish music style. Cad é the bhatar sin?
Yeah, tá ana go mar na lads tá siad really sound like tá siad really sound.
Is that kind of what goes on at the Trisco?
That's similar vibes to Trisco, except that you'd get a DJ being like, "Are you ready?" And then it's like
like Shadowhawk Tube Station.
That's it, exactly. So it's just kind of gas. It's kind of Casula and Rudgarmer Kite Miel or Hannah Nervy Shiva. It's a nightclub in Ironmore, and we were like, it's like going back in time to fucking Celtic Tiger, like Midlands kind of.
Colleeny,
carry on.
We should have a How to Gael Trisco.
There you
Comment
go.
below if you'd come.
DJ Louise on the decks.
That's all I can do. Get up on a deck.
Ready?
Yeah. There you go.
Well, get that, no.
I'm chatting. No, right, Colleeny, Yop agus Yaks na Shachtana.
Caim with a raw Gerbe and Yup. Sorry. Oh my God.
I know. It's a tick. It's a tick at this stage.
It's a tick now. Yup na Shachtana has to be, and I'm sure, agus on. Not necessarily a heat wave, maar in Erin tá definition Harv cooling agun. It has to be 5 days of over 25 degrees for it to be a heat wave. So we didn't quite get a heat wave, but former couple lot on yes.
Yeah, but
Delicious.
we also, though, the gas thing there is we got a drought because if you've 2 days of 26, you're in a drought. So, ní raibh heat wave going to be drought going. So, listen.
Met Erin, get your shit together.
Yeah,
Come on.
Well, lads, I think it's time for me to take a drought. I'm going to go on a self-inflicted drought now. In fact, Tamil, I'm really Neil Maysula Dulachula enough because you know when you've just been beering. I'm going to be seeing rats at the end of my bed. Yeah.
So, Yock and Shockana is the rats, is it?
I think it's the horrors that comes after drink, and like I always forget, you know, when I come back after something like this and like I'm like, oh, I hate my life and this is so shit, and then I'm like, no, you're actually just depressed from the drink. Give it 2 days, give it 3 days, and I always forget. So in Tamshire, I'm trying to be mature and be like, look, everybody has to go through this, you know, this is just the come down. So it's the come down Tration Duch Dumsa is going to be horrendous.
And Darren, tá sé ráid go tanna féin anyway. On Lysis Far is tune tradiisiúnta a Yementir the fiddle.
There you go.
Shine tune.
I'll be playing slow airs, crying into my fiddle all night.
Oh, if you do put them on the OnlyFans, I'd love to see it.
There you go, girls.
All right,
Gloosh. Okay, so Ceol Tradiisiúnta is an Gaeilgear Irish traditional music. So this is my big one. People always ask me what's the difference between a fiddle player and a violinist, and I always say fiddle player is better looking.
Right.
Violador is like is a fiddler. Violador, but you know the song The Fiddler's Green, and The Fiddler's Green is like it's like this mythical place where you know is fucking deadly, and whenever I'm like in that little space in my fiddle I'm like I've landed in The Fiddler's Green for a couple of hours, you know.
Okay, on liminal spastion and beans too.
It's also an Irish bar in San Francisco. If anyone's familiar with The Fiddler's Green, there's often a good night there. Den Herring. Can I cur bosca ceol agus melodian leis lads is even lo an focal melodian. What is sin even gaelach ní liscom? I just love it.
Yeah,
melodian.
I think so.
Cadasadonig melodian. I don't know.
Neil
I think the Hannah or Hannah, but it's Brawley Mar Rosa. Oh, jeepers, Nima H-Fegs, sweet. You know, no ornaments, Sakil Tradiisiúnta Doireann.
Yes. Shin Keshma, ornamentation, new ornádíocht, ornádíocht on terma gnu sáding and gin. So like, rolling a,
turns?
Machar tú casa nu tá mai Gary Queen ever cad an chléad an go churfar triplet socha like triplet. I don't know. Yeah, sin count Dakar nach triplet.
Yes. Okay. No more
Tucha mar an ashmialer and count sin. But yeah, sin blast more focal and sun venga capo.
Yes.
Blash as well as Palm
More. There you go.
Kalini.
So sin Colini, I'll be sulgamore now le beidir bhíonn se chuing nar bheith how to go Rashid in of show na bio. We'll set that challenge gur Shiva reached plays in El Tune.
Tommy Thosnu on Clock the Nishgals. Honestly, watch this liminal space. Okay.
Oh my God, unreal. We'll have to turn Robbie Williams' Angels into a reel for her. We'll put it into 4/4 time.
No better one. Agus beidir either an Dálin beg Trisco again.
There you go. Yes, lesson playlist, Kermay playlist Kayla. We'll link it in the show notes.
Yes, Gurmag and Font Ireland, us Uriothiana Veron Bud Credit Show, Mars Gana, and just Meru Ella that we will be doing an Edna O'Brien, the Country Girls episode in Shock and Jehugan. So you still have a week to find the book and read the book. But Neelaine Ha, it's not a necessity, but just Cairo Shaylath.
Okay, doc.
Slán.
All right. Slán.